You're listening to the Daily Sales Tips podcast, and I'm your host, Scott Ingram. Today's tip is an excerpt from my full interview with Michele Trankovich on the Sales Success Stories podcast. Michele is the top field sales rep at Patient Pop, and her story is so worth listening to. Here's a quick excerpt.
At first, like I said, I was listening to everything. I was talking to people. I was, trying to take bits and pieces of things. And then what I did is I stopped. I stopped listening to other people's demos. I stopped really asking for a whole lot of advice until I felt like I said, I was losing my edge. There got to be more competition as more people were able to, catch up to me kind of thing, right? And now, I'm back. I'm listening to podcasts. I'm trying to get bits and pieces from, sales trainers, sales professionals. I'm, back to reading books, on the latest and greatest sales tactics and things, and I feel like if you can get one thing from a podcast or you can get one thing from a book, it's certainly worth it. I've tried a lot of different tactics and I feel like it helps to keep me focused. You can't ever just become, what's the word I'm looking for? It begins with a P. What I'm trying to say is that I got to a point where I thought, okay, I got it going on, right? I'm doing better than anybody else. I don't need to work as hard now, right? You get to that point, and that's so wrong because you always have to keep your foot on the accelerator. You always have to try to do better. You always have to try to learn. You can't just sit back and think, okay, it's just going to come to me. Good enough is good enough. You can't do that.
For my full interview with Michele, you'll find that in episode 89 of the Sales Success Stories podcast. And as always, you'll find links to everything, including ways to connect with Michele at dailysales.tips/424. Be sure to come back tomorrow for another great sales tip. Thanks for listening.